Nirvana means in Sanskrit, blow out. That is, exhale the breath.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm sitting here with Jenay. Welcome, Jenay.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast world.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Jenay Barstad, to be exact.
Yes.
The artist. Mm-hmm. I've known you for a long time, too.
I know. I was kind of thinking about that. Like,
Yeah.
we've known since 6th grade.
That's pretty wild.
Yes. But we weren't in a group or anything.
No, I was not cool enough to be in your group.
I was too big of a bitch to be in any group. I was a bitch in high school. I just stayed away from people.
That's right. I don't even remember high school. I was too crazy in my 20s.
I don't remember it either, but you know what? I do remember just cheating a lot. Like, just cheating my way through high school.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know I was going to graduate high school until almost like the day before.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Now look at us.
I was pretty bad.
Yeah. My cousin Sam and I just we'd always just find somebody in the classroom and be like, we're going to cheat off you this semester.
That's so funny.
But I think there's an intelligence to that. That's what I'm going to go with. That you work harder to cheat than to just do the work.
Yeah. No, I mean, nowadays it's even easier with ChatGPT. Imagine. I mean, you have kids, so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If ChatGPT were around, I would,
Yeah. Aren't you kind of glad we didn't have the social media in our high school years?
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. Well, and so
we got out of there just in time.
I know. I would have hated that. We had a good, yeah. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a good time period.
There was a lot more privacy. We were doing what we wanted to do.
And it doesn't live forever. You can kind of get past your past, because it's not all still buried online.
Sure.
Because you posted a bunch of dumb shit when you were 15 years old.
Yeah. And I would never be able to wear what those kids are wearing these days. Crop tops,
I feel like they're all dressing the kids were dressing when we were in middle school. The baggy jeans.
Real, Jinkos.
Yeah, really baggy pants are back. 90s style is still pretty back.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a lot of different ways you go about it, I'm sure, stylistically, obviously, but.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I
guess you're younger than early 20s. I don't even have a clue. I'm such an old man now.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, I just have to base it off what I see online.
Well, I have a daughter who's in middle school, so I see it too. So yeah, you're pretty much on point with that.
Yeah, those kids, I don't have a clue what's going on. So let's talk about art a little bit, dude.
Okay.
Why don't you tell the people just a little bit more about you, my followers that don't have a clue? Just kind of, you're an artist.
Well, I mean, I'm here because you wanted to do a podcast with me.
That's right.
Before I left for Greece and when I return.
Yes. Well, because I guess we got to tell the people, but.
Yes. Okay. So let's start there, I guess. I'm going to Greece on Sunday. I leave on Sunday.
Let's go. And what day is it today?
Today is Wednesday. I got accepted into a artist in residency program out in Kefalonia, Greece. It'll be my third art show.
That's gonna
isn't that wild?
So amazing though. Yeah, that is pretty wild.
I don't have a website or a portfolio. I just sent them pictures.
Yeah. You got a body of work.
Yeah, I do, for my last art show, which I'm very grateful for. I was the grand opening for Two Roots. I had...
Actually, our show was your last one.
Yeah, but I didn't do any new artwork for that.
True, that was just a party, really.
Yeah, it was just a party. A fun party.
That's kind of how we really got re-linked up.
Yeah, but we fought the whole time.
Not really.
Kind of.
I don't know what she's talking about.
We totally did. But it was awesome. It turned out great. I mean, we had that idea and we pushed ourselves for a month. That was major momentum to fun. Get that going. To open the State Theater after how long it's been closed? I mean, I don't know.
When are you back again? Anyways, let's stay on track.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's tell the people.
Okay.
just explain. You're an artist, so
I'm an artist.
Just a little bit about you being an artist, and then we can kind of get into like what you're about to go do in Greece.
Okay, so I discovered I was an artist when I was probably 25. I got pregnant with my daughter, and I realized life wasn't about me anymore, and I enrolled back at Stout for art. It was declared, is that what you say? Interior design, but I was basically there for art. And so I had a spiritual awakening there. It was crazy, and then right after that I failed out.
Ooh, I like spiritual awakenings.
It happened in my life drawing class in the summer. I had a professor that pushed me. I mean, he saw me and he knew how to push me. Yeah. And I wanted it so bad. So like, and then I got it. Yeah. I mean, I failed out, but I failed out again.
I think
always failing.
It's all right to fail out of art school.
So then,
Steve Jobs quit college.
I never wanted to, yeah. There's always great stories of the masters. I never wanted to touch art again after that. So for 3 years, I never touched art because it scared the living hell out of me. I didn't want anything to do with it. I hated that I had failed out. And actually, and my professor.
Why? So wait. Okay. Why did you fail out then?
Okay, so.
Is it something you want to talk about, or?
Yeah, I can talk about it. Okay. It just popped in my mind. So the professor that pushed me, I had him for 2D art first semester, second semester 3D art. Then the next year, I don't remember. I didn't have him at all until the summer for life drawing, which is mind blowing. If you're going to go to school for art, life drawing is an absolute must. And that class is when I had my spiritual awakening. And I had it with him in the summer. So all day long for 8 hours, we were drawing naked people. Oh, sorry. Nudity. And I couldn't believe those models. They sat in the same spot naked for 4 hours at a time.
They get paid good. They get paid like $250.
Yeah. I mean.
Something like that.
And like the positions they'd be in for 4 hours. I mean, this was summer school. So again, it was 8 hours a day, Monday through Thursday.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you get, and then it's so weird to go from like looking at a naked body for 8 hours a day then to going into like society again. Yeah. Like it's like really trippy.
You don't get just kind of numb to it?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's awesome.
Because, I've delved into the nude world myself.
You do. It's I wouldn't say it's numbing. Yeah, maybe.
That's I just think if you're really concentrated on the work, you're in such a workflow that usually you're not like thinking about like the sexual elements of it.
Right, exactly. I mean? Right. Yeah, the rules of it, I
guess there are probably some horny boys just sitting there with like stick drawings.
Maybe that's the only reason they took that class, could be. And in the summer, just look at like, nude women all day. But then I failed that class, and it was the professor who pushed me. And then because I failed that class, I was already on, what do you call it?
Why did you fail? Because you were just like over partying, or what?
I failed after I had my spiritual awakening. All of a sudden, it was like the energy shifted, and I wasn't getting my work done.
Sure.
Like
sometimes when that happens, I don't know how you had your spiritual awakening, but I know like if you have it through like psychedelics, usually, there's kind of a gray period of a year sometimes, even where like you just feel kind of off.
Yeah, and I didn't know what happened to me. And I was also in love with him, so that kind of messed me up a little bit. I mean, I was I was really discovering myself. And I was falling in love with myself, I think. I fell in love with art. Like when I wasn't in the studio, I was in the library on the 4th floor at UW Salt Library, like just diving, immersing myself into art and wanting to know everything. And then it would lead me to something else, to a different floor, to like ask more questions. And I just started asking all these questions, and I wanted to know everything about the world. And so with him, oh my gosh, I believe this is what happened. This is a long time ago. I needed a C+ in order to pass. Like, cause I was on, what's it called when you're on probation? And
so you were partying.
No,
that's
I wasn't.
School probation.
No, I was. Yeah, school probation.
Oh, I was thinking like.
I was not partying at all. I didn't have friends. I was all about art.
So you got in trouble.
Yes, I was in trouble though too. There's a very dark side to all of that too. But and then he gave me a C-.
Really?
Yes, and I was so in love with him. Oh, he's
wait,
gonna
and
hear
you
this
needed
one
a
day.
C plus? Or
yes, it was like a little bit off and I failed.
Why
so
didn't
then
he
the
give
next,
you a B?
Well, okay, so then at one point I was talking to him. He was working on something, and I went and just was talking to him because I just always wanted to be around him. And he at one point just stopped and he goes, "What are you still doing here?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Why would you say that? Don't you want to be around me?" I want to be around you. And he's so like, funny. "You don't need to be here anymore." Like, and I knew what he meant, kind of. But after that, I mean, I tried to argue me basically failing out.
Yeah.
And I went to great lengths, and it did not, what's it called? Like when you argue that, it's whatever. But it didn't work, and I had to leave, and I was done, and I was depressed. And for 3 years, I didn't touch artwork. I was in a very dark place. Didn't know who I was. I hated what happened to me. And then there was one moment where I was like laying on my bedroom floor, like shaking and crying. And I said to myself, if I do not touch a paintbrush right now, I am going to die. Like it was in a fetal position, just shaking. And so I slowly started picking up a paintbrush and like touching a canvas. And it was so scary. It was so scary. Like, I'll never forget that. And then just how, things happen, I ran into somebody and they were like, "Have you ever heard of this spiritual retreat called the Christine Center? They do intuitive painting classes." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I should go there." So for 4 days, I went and sort of healed that too. But I also like didn't go to all the classes because I was scared to. Like, and I've been there like 4 times now.
Going back to failing out of art class.
Just a big failure. But like, look where I am now. Just fail, everybody. That's the message of the story.
We got a Da Vinci over here.
So now.
Or Van Gogh, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah. I said, I'm like, I hope I'm not going to come back with like one less ear. So now I'm painting 5 foot by 4 foot canvases. Mm-hmm. I paint 4 simultaneously at a time in my studio. If you are from Eau Claire, my studio is the basement of the House of Rock. It's awesome. It's perfect. It's huge.
How come I've never been there?
You haven't?
No.
I don't know. I feel like I've invited you maybe. You know what, dude? I lost my key the other day.
Did you?
Yes. Like, how do you lose a key on a really good, tight keychain?
I don't know.
A brass key.
We should come back in and cut that.
Okay. That's fine. But it's just weird. Like, okay, so anyway, back to that. Yeah, now my first art show was 3. My second art show was just this last one, and it was like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
And I did that in a span of a year, probably.
Yeah.
That was
so how old were you when you were going to art school?
I had 13 years ago, my daughter, 14, 15.
So that was a long time ago. So since then you've really kind of found your voice.
Yes, I would say I have found it.
Yeah.
And especially after this last art show, I really had to push boundaries, and like through a very crunched time that it was so painful. I mean, I'm probably 137 pounds. I was at my lowest 109 pounds. Like, I threw everything of myself onto these canvases. And so because of that, which is awesome and great, I'm so grateful for that show and for Sean Chambers having me as the grand opening. I was able to apply. I probably applied to like 25 different residencies, a bunch, all over the U.S. and then globally. There's a lot in Mexico,
which would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I had to. There's a website where you can just scroll down and see where these residencies are, and they sort of list like duration, 2 weeks. I'm like, nope, can't do that. I couldn't do, that would be a waste of time.
Too fast.
And then duration's like unlimited. And then I would look if there's funding available, and it would say yes. And I'm like, boom. And then I just clicked it and applied. And it's actually really easy because when you're an artist, they just want to see your work. Like, you don't have to sit there and like explain all yourself and like, where you were and that, because that was only my second art show. I had nothing to really like. I
mean, going back to kind of how we got reconnected with that, like that's how I got in at the State Theater guy, was through essentially an art residency.
Oh, really? What do you mean with him?
That first studio that I had, yeah.
Oh, like because you were doing work for him?
Well, because he gave me that space.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that again, that was all based off of just him seeing my book and being like, "Hey, I want you to be around working around here, and I'll give you this space for free for 5 months to do whatever you want with."
Yeah, and you just have to trust the process and just keep going. And then, I heard after you take a break, you have to rest a little bit when you have a giant show like that. And then I heard like loud and clear, like apply to residency, artist in residency, boom, boom, boom. So I just did it, and then I like forgot about it. And then I opened up my art email January 7th, and January 4th, they had sent me the email that said, "Congratulations, you've been accepted." And it was a wild day. I was like, whoa, I like totally forgot I did any of that.
And it's in Greece.
Yes, it's in Kefalonia, Greece, an island off of Greece.
And have you ever been to Europe?
No. The furthest west I've been is Colorado. Furthest east was New York, like a really long time ago.
That's crazy. Yeah. I failed 3 passports by the time I was 30.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
14 countries, 3 passports.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know.
That's really cool. But now
I am over traveling. But I get really excited for other people. I'm like, yes, go.
Yeah, I know. Like because you know the feeling, I suppose.
I got a crazy opportunity to live in Europe for 3 years. So I did London. I know you know that, but I'm just trying to tie it all in for the people who maybe don't know it.
Did you like London? Like, where was your favorite?
I loved London.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lived in Islington, which is kind of East London-ish. It's like kind of right next to Shoreditch, which is kind of a famous East London area. I just loved it.
That's awesome.
And coming from like New York City, because I spent most of my 20s in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Going to London, it's so much more beautiful.
What about
and
it?
The lifestyle,
like the vibe? Yeah, like the people.
The plants, the animals,
cool.
the culture,
really?
the streets, the canals.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, I've actually... London would be cool.
The party, the music scene in London, nothing like it.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh.
That might have got picked up. I don't know.
I didn't see anything.
I don't know what that was, but it was loud.
Yeah, so I'm leaving for Greece on Sunday. I'll be there for 3 months. I come back September 28th or September 26th. My show is Saturday, September 13th. I know this is only my 3rd show, but the last 2 were on 13th, so I'm trying to keep it on the 13th.
This is in Greece?
Yes, Kefalonia, and I'll have a solo exhibit, which I didn't know that was a big deal. Like, that I would have a solo exhibit. Like,
did they help, like, bring people in for a party or what?
I have no fucking clue. Like, I've only asked essential. They're 8 hours ahead, and I'm like, I only have time and energy to ask what I need to do to get out there because I have no fucking clue.
Sure.
I mean,
it's gonna be such an adventure.
Every step along my way, as far as an artist, I have never known what the hell I'm doing. Like, I didn't even know how to paint. Like, I don't know. I just started painting, and then I'm like, okay. Like, nobody taught me how to paint, so, which is great. It's like I get to hold all that power, but I've never known, so I just keep going with it. Like, right now, I'm like, I have 4 days, and I just, like, today I tried to order my supplies. I was able to order 12 canvases, but not the paint, because I don't know why, but
that's all right. You'll figure it out before you get out there.
Hopefully, because once I'm going to be manic as fuck when I get out there.
You're going to be tired.
I think, sometimes I can switch though. Sometimes that flips and I become manic. Like if my schedule's off, then I can get really manic, and then it will take me I don't know how long to calm down. So I'm like, if I get out there and I'm manic, I just want to fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it.
Then just paint.
Yeah. So hopefully they want my studio ready by the time I get out there. So, yeah, I'm in a lot of communication with them right now. So
that's really exciting.
Yes.
What do you have any like thoughts about what it's going to be like?
Free.
Free.
Very free. I mean, the island I'm going to is going to take a full another day to get to from Athens. So I feel like I'm just really off the grid.
Yeah.
And
do you have like a GoFundMe set up or anything where people can buy you coffee or something?
No, I mean, I'm not on Facebook, and we did the fundraiser.
Yeah.
And I got, wow,
people
I had a lot of support. Huh?
People want to follow.
Well, they can follow it on Instagram. I get that. But I might, like, to really immerse myself in it, I might just, like, have to turn my phone off quite a bit.
Just document it? I
do want to document it. In fact, like, I need to get, what did you say? I needed to get, like, a tripod or something.
Oh, yeah, just a little stand for your phone at least.
Yeah. I tried to do that with my last show in my studio, and I could not do it because all I kept thinking was the camera's watching me. This time I could.
Just do a time lapse. So that means it's just taking a photo every 15 minutes or every 15 seconds, and then it's not like fully recording.
I mean, now I could record it for sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm not as vulnerable.
Well, now you're a podcaster.
Yeah.
Officially.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Well, add that to the list.
Podcast.
I'm not going to fail at this. Can't fail at podcasting.
Just got to be yourself. That's it. Welcome.
Yeah. So.
Well, you got any, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some advice maybe I could give you for traveling.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. A lot of people have said things here and there.
If I was going there, it'd be hard to get me off the beaches.
Oh, I know. I always get like very anxious and have like these mental breakdowns when I pack if I'm going somewhere. But right now, that's like the last thing because I'm like, I'm just going to be wearing my paint overalls and a swimsuit. Like
how are you with like food?
I'm a picky eater, but I'm excited because I have food provided all meals.
Yeah.
So I was saying, I'm like, I can't.
Hopefully you like it.
Well, but like when I'm painting, food is the last thing I'm eating, like doing.
There's so much good food
not
out there,
healthy.
Though.
But so I was like telling people, I'm like, I'm really curious how I'm going to look when I get back because like I'm not going to be eating shitty American food for 3 months.
Yeah. You don't have to whisper. They can actually still hear you.
I know, but I'm like, am I whispering? I'm just like bringing it down a little bit.
You did a little whisper.
I'm just bringing it down a little bit. Shitty
no,
American
I think it's important to go and notice those kinds of things. I mean, it reminds me of the last time I was in Milan, even. Like, I don't know, it's such a different setup in these countries that it's fun.
Yeah.
But you got to just not be scared to, like, try new shit.
Oh, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't trying new shit.
Yeah.
Like...
You can't be scared to walk into, like, the shady little store and, like, order the sandwich.
No, do you know me?
When you can't speak the language.
Like, I'm going to Greece for 3 months by myself, like, and I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. And the first night I'm going to stay in Athens because it's such a...
That's a TV show I want to subscribe to.
What?
I'm going to Greece. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
I know.
3 months.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be crazy and hot. It's going to be hot. I'm going to come back really tan.
Hopefully they got good AC.
I know. I wanted to ask, hey, is there
you
air
should
conditioning?
ask.
I don't want to be too...
Because otherwise you're going to want your fan figured out already.
Yeah, I know.
Don't forget your power converters.
I don't have those. I reached out to my friend and she never got back to me, which is fine.
They're super cheap.
But didn't you say...
Just order them online.
Didn't you say you had some?
Somewhere.
Oh,
At this point, I'd say just buy a new one.
Yeah, and at this point, I just need to get there. I mean, there's so many...
Buy them before you get there.
Planes, trains, and automobiles I have to get on before I get there.
Get at least 2.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing you have will work. And then be careful about, like, some appliances because, like, last time I went to Milan, I brought my shaver kit and I plugged it into the converter and it still like fucking blew up on me when I turned it on. And then I didn't have a way to like shave the entire trip. I was pissed.
Oh shit.
I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, little details people have been telling me to think about. Like, yeah, so I'm super excited. I was having a meltdown for like daily for a few months, but I believe that those were like growth spurts that I was like evolving. I was leveling up.
Yeah. So what are you going to do with, so you're having a show. Are you going to bring that show back to the States?
I don't know how it works. And I haven't really touched on that with the director, I guess, over there, because I'm going to worry about it when I get over there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, who knows what could happen? You just like, again, my journey with my art never goes the way, my whole life has never gone to plan. So I just kind of now have been like, okay, here, this is what we're doing. This is what I need to do, what I'm doing. And then the next step, we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll stay there for a while. Maybe it will go somewhere else in Europe. I mean, there's endless possibilities. And I've learned that, you know, the universe really surprises you. And I mean, and to ship them back would cost a lot of money. I mean, my goal is 40, and that I know is very possible, but that is a lot of money that I don't have.
Yeah.
So, right now I bought 12 canvases, but I would kind of be disappointed if I only did 12 canvases in 3 months, 3.5 months. You
can get more.
Because I'm able in my studio to have 10 of that size, so I can simultaneously paint 10 at a time.
Yeah.
Which I'll be able to paint fast.
What if you found cool objects to paint on?
Like what? Like rocks?
They have so much antique shit over there. You could just find like a big old antique board or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just cheap shit, you know?
I have no idea what's going to be on this island. And then to get back to anywhere civilized basically would take a full half day.
Yeah.
Half day to full day.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for that. I've told people, I'm like,
you're going to be a little trapped out there. I know how it goes on those islands.
Yeah. And I've told people, like, they're like, well, you should, take some time to rest and go see stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm not going out there to see shit. I'm going out there to do shit. Like, I want to be able to say, hey.
You can do both.
I can. And
You'll be more productive if you do both too. You need a balance.
I know. But I'm like, I know. It's interesting that people are already telling me to calm down. Because they know I'm gonna go crazy once I get out there. But
I think you'll be in absolute awe of how different it is, and how you'll want to be out there exploring, because it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I for sure want to do, like, there's beautiful beaches there. I've kind of looked into that, but so my show's the 13th, and then I leave the 26th. So depending on what I have to do after that show with my paintings, no idea.
Yeah.
But I plan on going back to Athens and then decompressing and traveling a little bit before I then leave. So
that'll be sick.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ruins. I mean,
it's worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I'm just, honestly, when traveling by yourself, you just go with the flow. And like, you just trust the process, and you run into the right people, and you get where you're supposed to be going, and you experience what you're meant to experience.
Yeah, totally.
Like, if you have too much control, it's like you're not present, and you're not enjoying the process and the surprises that the universe will bring you.
You'll be forced into it doing this type of adventure by yourself.
Yeah.
Especially if you've never international traveled, you still don't even know what that's like.
No, I don't.
And you got to go through customs.
Yeah, I don't. I forgot about that too, because I just got all my medication. I was like, I had to look up all the regulations or whatever about all the medication. 3 months of medication I had to get. That actually was really easy. I was very appreciative of that from my doctor and from the pharmacy. Holy shit, I thought that was going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was very easy.
Yeah, that kind of stuff's pretty easy. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just the whole adventure of it. The flight to the airport, to the flight, to the boat, to the train, to whatever you're taking.
All of it. I'm literally all of it.
All of it. I've been there.
Yeah. So I'm I'm coming to the last few days, and
are you watching anything that, like, what kind of stuff inspires you? Are you doing anything to try to get into like a really inspired place? Trying to push yourself, or just do what you know?
Well, it's weird what inspires me, I guess. Like, I would say what inspires me, like probably like disorder.
Yeah.
And like
disorder
and like chaos probably does.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Because there's something about disorder and chaos that inspires me because it makes me want to work harder and see the truth and then like reveal the truth to then heal the truth. Sure. And then to then ultimately come to peace, I guess. Like a lot of my work is very polarizing energies, and I'm bipolar, which makes sense too. But like a lot of my artwork comes from a dark place. I think we can all understand that as artists.
I'm not talking about your artwork though. I'm talking about other types of art that inspires you.
Oh, like artists?
What do you do to inspire yourself? Pay
attention.
Like I flood myself with inspirations daily. That's kind of how I treat my Instagram most of the time. It's just inspiration stuff.
Yeah, I would.
Or I watch cool films,
Well, I mean.
Or I'm obsessed with art books.
I mean, every point in my life, I guess, is different. But right now, a lot of it, what's inspiring me right now is just knowing that I can do this and knowing, I'm in such a transition right now that I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just really inspired with the unknown of this trip. Like that's already inspiring me.
Sure.
But
yeah, no, that totally. If you have a big goal, then that's a good inspiration because you got a deadline. You have to do it now. You're kind of
right. And like originally for my last show, I only planned 7, and then Sean was like 7. I'm like, what was that look for? And he's like, well, it'd be cool to have 7 on both sides. I'm like, you want me to do another 7 in like 4 months? I'm like, are you fucking crazy? And then the next day I was like, shit, when somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm like, God, I gotta fucking do it.
Also, you can totally do 7 paintings in 4 months.
Well, it's the money. So I called him. I said, hey, dude, I'll get you your other 7, but write me a check.
Yeah. Well,
and he invested in me.
What's the most expensive part about your paintings?
Well, okay, the paint. Yeah. I mean, I use a lot of paint.
Yeah.
Like somebody came to my fundraiser and they were like, wow, I guess I've never thought of paintings being like 3rd dimensional.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I see that. So I use a lot of paint. Like I use a lot of white, titanium white. That's $20 a tube. Like there's one painting that was at Avalon for the fundraiser, and I was like, this has at least $500 worth of paint on it. Yeah. And then the canvases are $100.
Yeah. Because your work is very like textured and very. Mm-hmm. You use a lot of paint.
I use a lot of paint. I mean, and I have my circle's small, but the people in it, like, I've had generosity lately and have been given just like a random couple $100 bills to go get paint. And this was recently, and I went and got $100 worth of paint. And you think that's a lot? It's not, as far as like how I paint goes and how far my paint can go on the canvas. And I used $100 worth of paint in 20 minutes. Yeah. So I'm like, and then I was sitting there because I'm like, I'm in this Greece energy and have big goals to achieve. And I'm like, dude, if there were like 5 more canvases in here, because there potentially could be, that's how big my studio is. And I'm like, and if I had unlimited amounts of paint, I could get 5 more done going like right now, but I don't. I mean, one day.
No, I know.
But who knows? We'll see,
Yeah. So guys, like and subscribe and support Jenay so she can buy more paint.
Yeah. That would be great.
You should get a little spot up there for your trip. Post it.
I know. I'm not good at that
Post it once a week and just be like, submit to my paint. I need fucking paint.
I need paint.
I'm in Greece and I need paint.
Give me my paint.
That's all you need. That would go viral.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, it's gonna be wild. I don't know. I hope I do more than 12 though. But
well, just do a bunch of little ones.
I can't. The little ones are hard. The little ones are really difficult. Everybody, like Carter now wants to be my brother. he wants to help me with it. He wants to like do the prints. He wants to do the business side. I'm like, oh, thank God. Cause I do not want to fucking do that. I don't know business. I don't want to handle money. I don't want to handle contracts. I don't want to handle people. Yeah. Like I'm just not.
I relate to that.
Good with that side. I think every artist can say that. And so, and I don't want to spend my time learning it and understanding it. Like, I just want to create. And Carter's like, well, I know that side. Yeah. And I'm like, sweet. Like, and I think like, that's sort of
a lot of
like how we should all be working together. Like, do what you're good at and we could all make the world a better place. No, I don't know. Oh, we don't have to keep talking about my trip either.
No, well, I was trying to talk about inspiration, but then.
Well, yeah, let's go back to that then. What inspires me? Yeah. I mean,
like David Lynch's stuff really inspires me. Or I love watching like Quentin Tarantino because like just something about those types of films like inspire me to create weird new things.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Or I love Van Goghs, or I love Monet's, and like I like art history too, so I kind of dabble into digging into. I like studying artists and kind of their careers, and then like also like if they're painters or they're writers or anybody who's kind of using art in a weird, like even Steve Jobs is a great example of like what I would consider like an artist, because he did a lot of things in that world, like where he structured it like an artist should.
Yeah. See, what inspires me right now, and this is gonna be weird, but right now is the truth. Like I'm looking. This is. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. So okay, for instance, like Hollywood, like everything in front of us is telling us the truth in a depiction, like in an art form, and everything's the fucking same. Everything's the same story. Marvel, Harry Potter, fucking Star Wars, all those, they're all the same fucking thing. And I see patterns. I see these patterns, and I'm like, okay, the truth is right there to free yourself and find yourself. And I get inspired by that because if you pay attention to the world and what's around you, I don't know, the truth just inspires me. Like, and hope. Like if I don't have hope, I'm fucking done. Yeah. Like I'm numb as shit. Like I'm done. So when I see disorder and I see like lies and I see, like the manipulation, like all that part, it again, I use like polarizing energy and I want to flip it. And like I do that actually in my art process too.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've told you that, haven't I?
Yeah.
Like how like if I'm painting and I'm going and then all of a sudden I step back and I start, oh, like, will people like this? Or like, would that look good there? Then I just fucking flip my canvas because I'm like, it's not about being liked. Yeah. It's not about like other people liking it or me even liking it.
Where do you think ideas come from?
Well, I don't know. Where do you think they come from?
I don't know. It's been a good question that I've been asking. I think they come from higher consciousness.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't know. Somewhere up above. Like, I mean, the ideas that come to you you're the one that's supposed to, like I have a million ideas.
Real masterpieces, I think, kind of flow through you. You're channeling.
Oh, you're a conduit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I paint, I'm completely out of body. I'll snap back and I'm like, holy fuck, what did I just do?
She's a witch. Just kidding.
Is that what witches do?
No, I'm just kidding. This is a comedy podcast, actually.
Yes.
We don't talk about politics here, and we just have fun.
No.
Yeah, I'm too dumb for that shit.
For politics?
Yeah. Too dumb for it. I like art.
Yeah, we like art.
Yeah. Yeah. So give me an artist. I need an artist name out of you.
Egon Schiele is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, what kind of stuff do they do?
He really inspired me. Like when I first saw his work in my first semester 2D art class, I mean, I felt like I was thrown up against the wall. His artwork is... Ooh, maybe you can pull it up.
Yeah, I can throw a few photos in here.
I really love the element of line, like the use of line when an artist can compositionally use that element, and he perfects that. He's got a lot of energy in his art. He shows darkness. He shows truth. He kind of shows a lot of truth as far as like being human and what the dark side of that is. Sure. I think like because he does a lot of portraits. Sure. Do you know what artist that is? I'd be curious to see what you think of him looking at him.
You can pull it up on your phone if you want.
Yeah, my phone's right here. So he
coming back in, we found it.
So this one. So what else? As far as an artist, I think a lot of artists that are watching this could agree that like hands are the hardest to draw.
Yeah, I don't never know what to do with my hands. I'm always just fucking around with them.
But the hands are a big like. Yeah. I wouldn't say controversial, but like to be able to draw the hands proportionally, and Egon Schiele like somehow kills it, but also exaggerates it.
Yeah,
like
I love that shot. Right
yeah, there. it's yes, like that. It's like it just gives me chills.
Kind of reminds me of early Ryan Day work.
Oh, hi Ryan Day. Miss that.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I think he's in Alaska.
I think he lives on a commune now.
I think, or like he's like in another country, like Greenland or something.
I don't know. I think he gave up on me.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But also, one of my other favorite artists is Kiki Smith. Have you heard of her?
The name sounds really familiar.
Ooh, and she's still alive. I'd love to meet her.
I can talk about some artists that I really love that are alive. Have you ever heard of Jeff Koons?
Yes.
The big sculpture guy?
I think so.
He does like those big balloon animals and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think isn't there one over in the cities?
He's one of the biggest art like money making artists.
Is he really?
On the planet, yeah.
Sculpture wise?
Or I think he does paintings and stuff too. But
does he?
Just general artist kind of vibes. Or like
how old is he?
Damien Hirst. Jeff Koons has got to be in his late 60s.
Okay.
Damien Hirst.
Well, we're like almost 40, so. No.
But you can do a lot in 20 years.
Oh, I know. I know, but like I always think I'm a lot younger. I think I'm just sometimes like really immature.
Damien Hirst is another pretty cool one to look into. He does some pretty cool work. He's huge. He was like a British punk rock guy that kind of came up. And he did I met him once, actually. He's a pretty wild guy.
Oh, cool.
Did a shoot in Brooklyn with him and Rihanna, actually.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I worked on it. I didn't get to shoot the photos. I was working for Mariano. But, yeah,
So you never met her?
No, I met her. Oh. Yeah, I went to Brazil with them, too.
With Rihanna?
Yeah.
Fuck, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I did like 10 days in Brazil with them.
I mean, fuck Hollywood, but that's still cool.
Yeah. But Damien Hirst is like this really crazy contemporary artist. His paintings are worth millions.
So what kind of artwork what draws you to? Well, I mean, you're a photographer, so
I'm a multimedia artist. I call myself.
Yeah, I would say that. But like, are you drawn to more other different photography, or do you really like paintings, but your medium is photography?
For me, everything in my life is off intuition. Yeah. It's like, how does it make me feel? Do I like... Because I don't know. People have always told me I have good taste in things like that.
Oh, yeah. Your artwork's beautiful.
Not just my artwork, but just in general, even if it's more of like a curating or a picking kind of design aesthetics. Yes. But I've also been studying that kind of stuff my whole life. And then...
Right. Then you apply it intuitively.
And then...
That's how I am.
I try to apply like the Rick Rubin mindset of like... You're letting something kind of channel through you, and then, showing up with discipline and not being scared to put things out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a big part of my process too is, every time I approach a canvas, I have no idea what the outcome's going to be. Like I can simultaneously paint 4 in my studio, and some have taken me like a week. And some have taken me like 9 months, meaning like, and it's really weird because like energetically, my body, like if I want to go to the painting, it will be like, nope, it's not ready. Meaning like the energy you're carrying right now is not supposed to be on this painting. It's really, that's how
photo shoots are like
that's how I look at it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like when it's not work I have to do for money and it's just work I'm doing, then it's really all based off of like intuition and feel. And like sometimes things take a long time to kind of actually come out.
Yes. Okay. So there was one painting. It was taking me 9 months to do. I fucking hated everything about it. And I kept going. And then I was sitting there. I'm like, I'm going to throw this piece of shit away. And then I said, I'm like, okay, one more time. What could I do and just ruin it? And I used white. And I fucking loved it. I'm like, whoa. So I love the surprises.
Yeah, I love that.
The surprises.
When you're like, where did that even come from?
Yeah. Like, it's like, just use white. Just go, like, who cares? You're going to throw it away anyway. And then it turned out to be that one's titled I'm Too Much. I really like that one.
Yeah. If you could have a art show anywhere in the world, where would you have one?
I don't know, because I don't think I know the world well enough yet. Like, I don't know where the big art scenes are.
But like where you're like, I want to do one there one day. If you don't have one, you're not dreaming big enough. Like
Greece, I'm here right now.
Well, that's already happening.
But I don't even know the world well enough. Like, I don't know places out there. Like, maybe I'll discover more.
What about New York?
But do we like New York?
I love New York.
Okay, but do I like New York?
Have you been to New York?
I have been to New York. And I wanted to live there one day, but then like as I got older, I'm like, no, I want to live away from people.
Yeah. No, but you want to you do want an art show on the Lower East Side. Do
I though?
Yes.
I don't know if I'd fit into New York. Like Dustin Coda lives out in New York, and he's asked me to come out there. You don't have to live
there. You just have your shows.
No, I know, but
how are you going to sell your art to millionaires?
I said to Dakota, he's asked me to come out there a couple times, and he loves it, and it's great. I'm really happy. He's like finally, like, you know, gotten to where he's wanted to go. But I'm like, I just don't know. I'm like, you know, I'm like a camp counselor. Like I'm okay with not shaving my legs and like my hair being like this and like
you'll fit in
like
Brooklyn.
Not giving a shit, and like I just feel like
I feel you though.
But do you know what I mean?
What about Martha's Vineyard?
I don't know. Do they have art shows there?
Hell yeah, they do. They got tons of galleries out there.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where all the art scenes are, but I don't know if I need to be in the art scene.
Or a gallery in the Hamptons.
Fuck that.
What about LA?
Fuck that.
What about Austin, Texas?
I don't know if I'd do LA either. I mean, as far as like my artwork getting Carter can do all that.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about dreams.
No, dreams, yeah. I don't know. Like so my next, I do want to do a film. I have 3 film ideas. So you
just make one with AI now?
So if that was like if that was my next project, then of course I would want to be all over and people see that. People are going to need to see these films.
Tell me a little breakdown of the script.
Of the film?
Yeah, what are you trying to
do? This one's been in my head for good 15 years.
Tell me one of them.
Well, one of them's satire. I wrote down the whole film one night. It's on my computer. Sometimes I get these like manic episodes and I get these ideas and I like write them down like and I just go crazy. And then once I do that, then I forget about it because it's like, okay, now it's somewhere.
It's out there.
And now I have space
for later.
Yes, now I have space for new ideas to come. So one of them's satire, I know, because that's probably my favorite category. And then one of them is you could probably help me with this one. One of them's a self-portrait film something. I've done one before. It's basically a self-portrait between dark and light, and it's a transitional piece. And it's really about the body. And like I would use a lot of dark themes that women have gone through as far as the body, and I'd really depict that out where it'd be uncomfortable. In fact, I have some real footage of me in a trauma state being triggered. And it's very disturbing, and I'd like to add that to it.
It makes me think of this one video, but I probably shouldn't say it.
Why?
You ever see that video with their car like flipped over?
Oh, God, that is nothing like it. What do you mean? Yes, I have. Clearly.
It's got 2 million views.
Shut up.
I swear to God, she's fucking viral.
Oh my God. Well, good for her.
I know. I haven't seen her since I saw it, but next time I see her, I'll be like, I saw your viral clip.
I did see that. I did. We should show a little clip of it to the viewers.
Should we? Should we throw it in?
Yes, you have to now. Oh, get some more.
We're an hour in. We're an hour in. We can have a little fun.
Yeah. Fuck. But yeah.
We don't have to say their name, but here's a photo of the scene.
Watch this. No, it's fucking nothing like that. You would really like this script actually, and it's only like a 15-minute film, probably.
Yeah, so short film.
Short film self-portrait.
Not a feature length.
Short film self-portrait. That's what it is.
That should be the name of your trip video.
No, I like this.
No. No.
That's why I'm nervous about these damn podcasts. Well, speaking of, my accent is going to be so thick when I get there. My Midwest accent. I'm going to be like, ugh, yuck.
You're going to be quiet. You'll be like, fuck, I don't know what to do. Tired and fucking hot.
I don't know.
You're going to be so sticky.
Yeah.
It's humid over that way. Hot.
I know. Like I said, I'm going to just be wearing my overalls, my paint overalls, and my swimsuit.
It's the perfect time to be over there.
Just, yeah. It'll be fun to see.
Where is it on the map? Show me on the map.
It is west of Athens.
I'll put it in here. West of it. I'm trying to think of where you are.
Yeah, it's quite the. Isn't it pretty?
Look at that. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They have some of the best beaches ever. Apparently, it's kind of
in those towns, I'm telling you, it's like nothing you've ever experienced around here.
And it's a little town.
Water, when you feel that water and you get in that water, you're gonna be like, I'm never leaving.
See, so let's see, where's Athens? See, there's Athens. Here it is.
Can I see this?
Yes, you can.
Just to get my geography right, where are we here? Oh, okay, it's that way.
It's west.
So I've been pretty close to there. I've been to Sicily, which is just Sicily is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Carter.
It's going to be so fucking hot.
Carter and my mom and my daughter.
There's a lot of volcanoes around there, too.
There's some fires happening out there right now.
So wait, this is where you're going right there?
Let me see.
I'm just wondering if it's literally the straight.
Yeah, that one right there.
Damn, you should go to Sicily. There's probably a boat to Sicily.
Oh,
I wonder how far that is. It's literally right here.
So if I have money, I'm going to get art supplies. If I don't have money, then I'm not getting art supplies or going anywhere.
Guys, subscribe to her OnlyFans. So she can buy paint.
Yeah. Oh shit! Look at it. It's really raining out. Yeah, I could just do toes, right? That's pretty safe.
So amazing.
Your feet. Don't they just do feet on OnlyFans? It's
yeah,
pretty safe.
some of them do.
Okay, what now?
I don't know anything about it. I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, it's like a straight shot from Sicily. It's pretty sick. I've been right over there in that area. I don't
see the straight shot. Right here?
Yeah.
Is that where? Oh, that's where I am.
Yeah.
That looks like a big boat ride.
It does, but it's nothing's as big as it looks over there.
And there's that looks pretty big. I'd cross the Ionian Sea.
Yeah, I bet you could see Sicily from where you're going to be.
Oh, my balcony. I have a balcony.
Maybe not, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's way too far. Maybe it's like a 5
I think it's probably far. Well, let's just look it up right now.
This is bad podcasting, though.
Okay, well, let's just cut that out.
Absolutely pouring out. I don't know if it's picking up, but
this isn't bad podcasting, is it? I don't fucking know.
No, it's not.
Hour and 45 minutes flight. round trip can be found as low as $50.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of worth it.
Like Carter was looking, because he's coming, and he was looking all around like at flights, because he's like, I want to go to Rome or something. He goes, I might go do this shit by myself. I'm like, don't go for it.
Go to Sicily.
Because
go to Taormina. Amazing.
Yeah, traveling by yourself is awesome. I love it. I went to DC by myself.
I went to Taormina with Dolce & Gabbana.
Shut up. You're making shit up now.
I'm serious.
Rihanna.
The first time that I ever left for a European work trip was actually to Sicily to shoot for a Dolce & Gabbana campaign.
That's crazy. Well, why aren't you hooking me up with some of these fucking famous people you know?
Well, I don't really know them like that.
like
I was assisting. Well, my old boss used to date Domenico from Dolce & Gabbana. So he would shoot their campaigns.
I feel like you did tell me that. I don't remember anything. I don't store anything in my brain.
That's right. Just trying to.
No, yeah. What did you like it though? What did you like about Sicily though?
It's just everything.
Like what?
I have a lot of photos I could even show you. I like that I could see a live volcano erupting. That was sick as fuck.
I would have never thought that was there.
I went to Sicily another time and actually stayed, because the first time I stayed in Taormina, and then the second time I stayed on the other side of the island. I can't remember the name of it now. But it was by like the black sand beaches, because they have black sand beaches there. And then we went to this other spot where you could do like hot spring mud baths, and it was so dope.
Oh, cool. What is there any like famous artwork over there to see?
Everything is artwork over there.
No, I understand that, but like any like, you know, great masters artwork?
Everybody.
Like Leonardo da Vinci's over there?
You can find some Da Vinci's somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got paintings in Sicily, but there's a lot of famous old art over there everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere in Europe, anywhere.
Everywhere. It's amazing. It's hard to explain.
Oh, you can hear the rain.
I know.
Can't you?
It is coming down. We just hit 1 hour right now.
What does it matter? What you're cutting shit out anyway.
I know. That's why we got to keep going a little bit longer.
Oh.
It matters because you have to leave. Otherwise, we do 2 hours. The second hour always warms up.
Okay, well, it's 6:00.
Yeah.
They're not getting together till 7:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got plenty of time. We started on time.
All right. Fucking on time. I'm over it. We were supposed to fucking do this shit yesterday. Or even last week.
I had to make $300 yesterday shooting someone else.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I was running around. Well,
I needed it.
Well, it didn't. I had a lot to do with my artwork. I had to shuffle all my art pieces around yesterday, which I think stirred some energy up. Actually, why I'm feeling fucking weird today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're about to dip off.
Yep.
You have no idea what it's going to be like.
Nope.
What are you going to do? You going to make a book or something when you get back?
Actually, it's funny you say that. I want to write a book. I've always wanted to. Like for a decade, I've seen myself having a book published. And I would say to my healer, I was like, dude, I'm like, what? Why do I see a book? Like I'm going to write a book. I'm like, what am I even going to write about? I don't get it. And now I've seen the book and it's of my life.
Yeah.
And so I actually contacted a publisher company.
Yeah.
And they're out of everywhere in the United States. And they do ghostwriting. Like I could never write it. Like that would take me fucking years. And I told them, I had a half-hour Zoom call with them. And he said he loved it. They would love to do it. And they said to call him back after I get back from Greece.
That's fun. I was gonna say, because it'd be cool. A cool idea maybe is you could write something, even if you did like a book, like a table book that costs like $25 that you could sell.
Because you have one, right? Like right here.
Yeah, but mine's like overindulgent. Mine costs $160 to produce. So
okay.
Then I have to even make $50. I have to sell it for like $200. So
sure.
I'm talking about something way more cheap, where you do like 25, 30 pages, but you cover all the artwork, and then maybe you write down, like keep a journal and just write some stuff while you're there, and then maybe you can
add to that.
You could pull like little poems or little sayings that you write from the trip and put it into the book, and then you could,
next to the painting,
and then you have something to showcase people.
That'd be fucking cool.
You could send it to galleries and be like, "Here's my latest work. It's really cheap. You could like put it online for cheap, you know."
Dude, I love that.
Just something to like evolve it a little bit.
Well, and like when I have downtime, I can do that if I'm not painting. Like I could do that on the beach.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, that'd be sick.
Or just things that inspire you. If you see sayings or you hear something.
Oh my gosh. I had the coolest journal when I lived with my aunt and uncle. I got in trouble in Madison and I had to go live with them for a while. And basically the only rules there were I couldn't drink and I couldn't make boiled eggs because my uncle hated the smell. So I actually did it because
Of course you did it.
Yeah. Like there was one time I did it because I was trying to get in shape and whatever because, I was there. I was under a lot of house rules. And then I heard him one time walking because he'd work from home sometimes. He goes, "Oh, Jenay." And I just thought it was the funniest shit. Anyway, I did have a journal and I would write shit down like that. Like it's not like when you have a journal, it has to be like word for word journal entry. You can put I just heard the ice cream truck and it made me, I remember that specifically, then talking about what it made me feel.
Just date the pages because it's more fun later on, I swear to God.
And then I doodle too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So you would make the book then?
It'd be really easy to do. I'll do it for a percentage.
Of course. You can talk to my brother about that. Carter and I were talking last night, and I said, "Okay, so what if somebody says this or that or that?" He goes, "Just say, go talk to my brother." I'm like, "Perfect."
Yeah.
You guys can work it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work. I mean, you got to put the work in first.
Well, of course I'm going to put the work in. I said, all I want to do is create.
You're like, "I've got it." Then we'll figure out a book.
Yeah, I have a.
But if you come back and you're like, "I just drank margaritas the entire time and I got one thing done," then I'm not gonna do it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to forget that shit. I want to be out there on the beach, feeling that. That's more intoxicating to me, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a whole island? I kind of want to get a bike so I could just bike everywhere. I feel like you can bike from one end to the other end.
You probably could, and it probably would be amazing.
Yeah. I Google Earthed my residency. I'm like, oh, cool. So that's my balcony right there.
You drink coffee and stuff? Mm-hmm. You might want to bring some.
Why? They don't...
They got weird brands, I swear. I'm telling you, you're not going to find what you want.
Well, I haven't really been drinking it. It's just it's very acidic lately too.
I need coffee every morning.
I haven't been. But yeah, I mean, I have some stuff to do, empty my fridge.
Yeah.
So.
How about this? Do you think the aliens are here?
Fuck yeah. Dude, I can't say who, but I've seen pictures of actual aliens here. I think there's good ones in there. You mean walking among us?
Yeah, what do you think's going on?
I don't think... Dude, Theo Von had the best bit. He goes, "Dude, why would aliens be here? Earth is trash. Why would they ever come here?"
That's so funny.
It was so funny. But yes, I do... Not in Eau Claire, maybe. Why would you walk among in Eau Claire?
I don't know.
Do you think aliens are here?
Something's here.
Like what?
I don't know.
Oh, I think there's a lot of shit going on that we don't fucking know about.
Life's getting wild out there.
And everybody's just focused on one thing to be mad at. See, that's what pisses me off. That's the stuff that's okay.
What about Bigfoot?
Right there, that's what gets me inspired. What people are getting pissed off about right now. When the world's in chaos, like I say, that's what gets me inspired.
Yeah.
I could go on about that.
Yeah.
I could go on about that.
I know.
Being bipolar, I could go on about that.
On my podcast.
I could. I mean, I wouldn't be offending anyone. Maybe I could get canceled if I said this, but it has nothing to do with politically though. I mean, I've should I go into it and then you can cut it if you don't want it. But I've looked how I've looked at the world. I'm bipolar, okay? Mm. I've fucking struggled. I've lost a lot of friends because of it. And it was very hard for me to understand because I was like, if I were on the flip side of it, I would never leave a friend if they were going through a hard time kind of thing. and this is way before I was even diagnosed and medicated. And I'm like, it's not their fault. Like, they have boundaries. If they couldn't deal with it, like, that's not their fault.
Yeah.
And like, no, people in my family don't tip. Have I ever talked to you about this? I'm going to pretend like we're not recording because I'm going to be on. I'm just going to go real right now.
Are you?
So, okay, here's the deal with what's going on. I'm not out in the street screaming bipolar rights, mental health rights, bipolar rights.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. And then I also give this like sort of metaphor. Like, my mom has a lot of parties, okay? And I'll be there. And she likes to entertain. And there will be people that will come that I don't know. And when they walk in the door, I'm not sitting there saying, hey, I'm fucking bipolar. If I flip out on you, you would just have to take it because I'm diagnosed bipolar. Yeah. Even though you don't know me. You have to respect me because if I fucking get angry and mad, you have to respect me. Yeah. Because that's my diagnosis. That is what's fucking pissing me off in the world right now. Yeah. Because like that's what is happening.
I think you're working yourself up right now.
I am. Why can't I? It's a podcast, right? Like I'm bipolar. Let's have some momentum here. But I just like, that's something I wanted to say out loud to a lot of people. Yeah. Because I think if people heard it in a different like sense, they would understand, like, you have to earn people's respect no matter fucking what. And like my family, I'm one of 26 cousins, a huge family. Like, and if they were to tiptoe around me because I'm bipolar and could like in one moment have an episode, I'd be insulted. I'd be fucking insulted. Like, and nobody is doing that. And it's not anybody's job to understand my bipolar and like be like different around me because of my bipolar. Yeah. That's the card I was dealt. And so I have to figure it out.
And you don't like all the labels and the PC.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't get to walk in somewhere and say you have to respect me because I'm like this. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm the card I was dealt. I have to figure out how to master that. Like, and now I feel like it's a superpower because every time I go through an episode or a darkness, I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel because I've gone through so many of them. I'm like, wow, this is actually a superpower because I know I'm going to get out. I know I'm going to come out. I don't know when. That's the scary part. But I know I'm going to come out. And so for that, I feel like I've sort of, like, we're all dealt a hand. Mm-hmm. And you got to master your cards. It's not, you don't get to tell people how to use their cards. Yeah. And do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, in
it's hard to do it without like breaking into full politics. So
no, but I'm just quiet. I know you are, but I want to say that because like I'm not out there saying that, and we're not, and I know it's not the same, and people can fucking hate me for saying that, but like also I want to say this other story. My friend found out he was gay when he was 40 years old. I didn't get diagnosed until
he just found out.
He had discovered he was. Okay, like hear me out. He discovered he was through a movie. Like he went and saw a movie. Do you think it was the
COVID
vax? You're gonna now you want to edit that out. Don't edit that out. This is a good story. Okay, so this is a long time ago, and he discovered he was gay. He went and saw a movie by himself in a theater, and that was
that's what no, he but like okay, he was gay.
No, he discovered he was. But like my point is, and he had the most beautiful experience with it. Like for me, okay, when I discovered I was bipolar, I have goosebumps. When I was diagnosed, that was mine to discover. Like I was sitting there thinking, like in these schools, and I'm gonna go there, and I do hope you put this out there because I'm the one saying it. But like if my mom would have. First of all, women don't really get diagnosed with bipolar till they're in their 30s, I guess. Like I think it gets activated through a trauma, like a trauma experience. I think you can carry the gene of it, and then I think it gets activated. But I think I had it for a while. But anyway, if my mom would have told the teachers in elementary school, like, hey, she's bipolar, have the teacher announce she's bipolar. So if she's acting different, it's because she's bipolar, and we need to remember that. That would have fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. I don't think you should.
I can't hear you. Something happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, now I can kind of hear it. I don't know. It's like you stepped on a cord. I can't hear. Did I step on it?
Hold on. We're still going. They can hear you.
Okay. There. Now it's working.
I think my jack is a little loose.
But like that, me discovering that on my own and through hardship. I mean, it was hard. That is so empowering. Like, it would have fucked me up the rest of my life if she would have said, "Oh, let's announce that she's bipolar when she's this age." No, that's what I get. That's my life. I get to discover. My mom went through fucking hell. I give her so much credit, and her husband, because that was very hard. And my kids saw a lot, but like, that's my journey.
Yeah.
What I'm just saying is like, why do we have to label things and announce it and say you have to treat me this way because I'm this way? Too fucking bad. It's respect.
Yeah.
If somebody was like sitting down your throat saying, you have to like me because I'm this way and I'm different, I'd be like, go to fucking hell. That's my problem. That's my thing with it. Yeah. That's it.
The thing is, it's just not really the real world. It's kind of like this faux pas world that they try to put you in. And it's, in my personal opinion, I think it's kind of a control mechanism. I mean, I grew up as, I was a student of special ed, so like I already had special ed classes, so that was already, to me, was kind of terrifying because I'm not like that special ed.
Right.
But, I'm dyslexic, I'm ADD, and then I have a little bit, I had a lot of problems with my dad growing up, so I think there's a lot of household trauma too that was like carried over into school that then is like, looking back, it's like, well, no wonder I wasn't doing very well,
Yeah. For sure.
But like the whole label of like special ed kind of, I hated that so much. And I feel like teaching, I don't have kids, so it's hard for me to talk about anything nowadays, but like coddling these kids like they do these days, I think is a real mistake.
I think it's real. Yeah. Because,
and the rest of the world,
yes.
It's easy. They just become prey animals at that. Like they're easy to be preyed on,
Yeah. And then to get these like positive responses because you're walking into Starbucks saying you're not calling me by these pronouns, dude, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Like I luckily I'm
a lot of people do.
Again, if that were to happen with me, I would be like, dude, fuck you. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck what you do with your life, who you are, what you are. I don't care. But you're not going to tell me I have to respect you when I don't even fucking know you. The thing is, again, I've lost a lot of friends. A lot of family members that I was close to, I'm not close to anymore because they couldn't handle my bipolar. And I fucking totally agree with that. It's not their fault. Like, I have to figure it out, not them. It's not their job to understand me. Like, it isn't. It's no, even the last guy I dated, like, he was actually really good with my episodes. But I even told him, I'm like, it's not, yes, it would be great if you understood it more, and he did a really good job with my episodes, but it's not your job to have to understand it. If you can't deal with it, and that I don't get to say you're a horrible person because of it. No. And I've learned that. And why does everybody want something fucking easy? Why does everybody need to be liked? Why does everybody
Well, I think that's kind of just a lie that they feed you.
Like, nobody, I worked at the Eau Claire Academy, and I worked on the boys unit, the teenage boys mental health unit or whatever. And I don't know, there was a spectrum of stuff going on there and why they were in there. But like, there'd be two kids that would be fighting all the time because they didn't like each other. I'm like, dude, you guys don't have to fucking like each other. Just stay away from each other. Like, we're not all here to like everybody. Just, if you don't like them, then get the fuck away from them. There's plenty of room here. And I'd say that to my girls at Affinity House when I worked there. I worked with at a halfway house with women. I was one staff to 18 women.
Damn.
I loved it. Fucking loved that job. But I'd say the same thing. You guys, like, you get triggered by other people, especially going through, inner work, and you're in a halfway house or whatever. And I'm just like, then just stay away from them. Like, there's plenty of places to go. And again, it's not about like and here's the other thing. Like, you don't like somebody, that's fine. You're going to tell them off because they're doing something wrong. That's fine. Guess what? We've all been the bad guy in somebody else's story.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's why you got to move through life with a little grace.
Yes. You know? We've all been the bad guy. I know the people right now, I can list them off that I've been the bad guy in their story. Yeah. So I'm very forgiving in that sense because we're all trying to learn and figure it out. But you're not perfect. You're not saying all the right shit. So like, stop pointing fingers because we're all trying to figure it out here. And that doesn't help, totally. You know? And, you know, being bipolar, you can't see that shit. So people don't understand it because they're like, just don't be like that. You know, like my mom does a really great job with it, but she gets sick of it and I don't blame her. Yeah. And especially when you're somebody that's not as a emotional person. Yeah. Like that's got to be really fucking annoying. I feel, you know, it. And like, you know, I can cry. Oh my God. Do you know the movie We Bought a Zoo?
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
With Matt Damon. I cry through that whole thing. Did you? I'm just like shivering through the whole thing. It's like a really good movie. Damon. Really recommend it. I mean, disclaimer, you might cry through the whole thing. I did, but I cry through every movie. But I'm just saying, like, we've all been the bad guy. So just learn the lesson, move on, and be grateful. Like
100%.
Be grateful for those lessons.
And create art.
Yeah. I mean, and then use it. Yeah. Use it to inspire you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I like to go more the Buddhist route these days of like, just clean your own room up, you know? Don't even worry about what other people are doing.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's how, yeah, 100%. But I get inspired by the stuff I sort of just touched on. Yeah. Because I
try not to go I don't like getting inspiration from that kind of stuff because I feel like it's a division tactic that they're using against us.
I know, and I want to free people. Like that's my goal. Yeah. Like with my artwork, I want to free people. All you gotta do. I'm not touching the schools. I already tried to do that.
I'm gonna bleep that. As long as the school system is the largest employer in Wisconsin, this place will get more and more woke. Yeah. There's no way around it.
No, I totally. But I do believe things are changing.
You heard it here first on Between Two Lines.
Are you taking that out? Are you going to take that out?
I'll just bleep it. So you don't know what I said.
I think...
I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I just think... I think... you know, you look around the world. Again, this is what inspires me. Like the whole globe is in a mental health crisis right now. We're in a spiritual warfare. And like things...
And soon to be a real one.
In my experience with life, in order to rebuild, to go into new spaces and make room, you have to fucking crumble. Like things have to fall apart. So in a way that what's happening right now, things falling apart and things crumbling, people crumbling, it's a good thing. Yeah. Like I can see, again, I'm a polarizing artist, so I can see both sides.
Do you think that we're moving towards a golden age, or do you think that we're going to be slaves to the AI in like 20 years?
Oh, that's a tough question because I think with technology, it comes with a double-edged sword, 100%. Yeah. I think it's creepy. Like, oh my God, I was talking to Chet.
Do you think COVID was made in a lab?
Stop it. Are you trying to ruin our podcast?
Guys, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. If you're deep with us, thank you.
Here.
Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, maybe we lost people already. Sorry.
We definitely, if you made it this far, guys.
Yeah. Yes, that means you want to be here.
You're a true fan. Or we're getting you through your work day.
Okay, so now I think we should just keep going because if people are still tuning in, then then they're like, okay, good. Somebody's saying it.
Somebody's saying it. I mean, people know already.
Oh, for sure.
I'm a centrist. I don't believe in either side.
That's why I think people are going to pay attention because they're going to be like, Jenay's so unfiltered. What the fuck is she going to say? I'm like, I got nothing to lose. I'm going to Greece in 4 days. Fucking peace out.
Gotta go. White Claw Nation.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I'm just kidding. I might bleep some of that, but it's fun. I mean, this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah. I mean, and I...
Comedy and that.
You know, yeah. So I do. I think we're heading... So back to your question. I think we are heading into
I wasn't that serious. We don't have... We could switch it up.
No, I think we're going into like, I think the globe, the earth, globally, we are heading into a place we've never been before. And I think that's fucking people up because it's so unknown, and all people do, a lot of people do is they go to their default. When things are unknown and scary, you go back to your default with what you know, because when you're in a space, you're like, what is this? And it's scary, but like, and it's dark. So all I know is to get upset about something in my past.
Yeah.
Like defaults are dangerous. So the inner work right now is like how you are going to become free and of all of it. Like, and to be free means you get your power back. And when you hold your power, you find purpose. And when you know purpose, like life changes. Wouldn't you agree?
That. Yeah, I love that.
I mean,
but I also think that like the drones are going to come for us.
Yeah, I think AI. Yeah, I mean that's what I just said. But then when
live
it comes
up,
to
guys.
AI,
Few years left. Live it up.
Yeah, I don't know. The technology thing is, I went on a spiritual retreat for 5 days, and all we did was like basically like sit in a round room for sun up to sundown, and just like kind of talking and moving through something. There was like this old guy that like he was like the facilitator, and it was mind blowing. And then we did like these like interesting practices, and I really went deep. Like we all did, and I brought up technology, and everything in front of us is a mirror. Like, so as far as AI or the technology, it is also gonna go there, gonna get a little weird, but like, it's also an indication of where we are as human beings and how complex and intelligent and actually very advanced we are. Like, we are very advanced.
Yeah.
And
we were created by the Anunnaki.
This is the other thing. Like, do people really believe that the iPhone, what's the latest iPhone now? Like 16 or something? Do people really believe that that's like the main like the most advanced technology we have out there?
I don't
do you
think
know what I mean?
so.
Some people do.
No,
like, it's like, no, I do. I think some people do. I think some people
they
do.
got all kinds of shit.
No, I'm saying that I like the people, the everyday people.
Did you see these mummies they found?
Did that make sense?
They have 3 fingers.
That's interesting because
they found all these mummies. There was a guy on JRE talking. He came and showed the CT scans. They found these like alien people.
Where?
In like Peru or some shit.
That's interesting you mentioned mummies, because I was just reading up on mummies because of Titanic. I'm really into Titanic right now.
I mean, I think a lot of things could... Humans have been floating around for like over 100,000 years in our exact same shape and form. Like,
dude,
I think a lot of things have come and gone.
This is just an avatar. Like, what we really are is not this. This is just an avatar.
I know.
I mean, like, yeah, physical form, as far as what you just said is mummies. Like, I mean, I don't know. 2 movies I think I would recommend right now to watch and like really kind of pay attention. Have you seen the movie Now You See Me?
No, I don't really watch movies.
Okay, well, you should. So Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2 are on Netflix right now. And it goes into the eye and like the ancient Egyptians and like basically illusions and the use of magic.
Yeah.
Like how the, what would you call them?
I mean, I know a little bit about
like how like the normal
magicians.
the normal Egyptians, whatever, would steal from the pharaohs by using illusion and magic.
Yeah.
And when you watch this movie, you can see how, yes, the movie's based on a magic show, but like take that's a depiction. Like take that right now.
Yeah.
There's so many illusions happening right now.
I think
move past these illusions. Like we're all in this great illusion.
I think they had a lot of electricity back in the day that was, if you didn't know any better, was like magic. But then there's a theory about Jesus. You know, Jesus went to Egypt and they say he learned magic and then came back and like...
Shut up.
He was actually a magician.
Where are you getting this information? This is stuff I would like to know. You need to send it to me.
Mostly Joe Rogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I see. I don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah. I just parrot Joe Rogan on this one.
I mean, he knows everything.
Yeah.
Like, talk about aliens. He's got to be one. He knows fucking everything.
Early. I was raised by Saint Rogan.
Yeah, he's the king of podcasts.
Well,
he basically is the one that started the whole concept.
Is there anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Are we getting out of here? What time is it?
We're an hour and a half in. This is our first podcast.
I thought you said we're doing 2. Oh, only an hour and a half for a first one.
We can do 2. Keep going.
I can keep going. I'm
just thinking about the podcast I need to edit when I get off of this podcast.
Well, I can't leave to go to my book club yet until 7:30. All right, well, so we can just keep talking.
I guess we'll have a little more White Claw.
Okay.
Cheers.
We haven't had a lot. Just saying.
We can cut all that.
Okay. Well, then let me crack my other one quick.
Nothing wrong with a little cut.
No.
Usually I take a pee break around an hour. These chairs aren't the comfiest, to be honest. Like, this one's, like, bugging my back.
I don't think I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm fine.
I think you'd like podcasting.
You think I do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a lot to say because I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't have a lot of friends. That's another thing. Okay, when you want to reach for the stars, you have to sacrifice a lot. Like, it comes with sacrifice. Everything has a cost.
Well, so you outgrow people too.
You outgrow people, and then they can't rise to your level. It sucks. And it's not saying you're better than anybody, but you do. Like,
it's true that like people are either a blessing or a lesson. You know, are you a blessing or a lesson?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like a lot of people are there to teach you a lesson.
I know. Well, and
they're learning their own lesson at the same time. They just don't understand it.
So when I failed out of art school, I still wanted to do art, but I was terrified of it. Okay. And I said at one point, get this. I said, I want to be the next greatest fine artist of our time. And then I went like this. Or like covered my mouth, and I'm like, fuck, what did I just put out in the universe? And then literally I got kicked in the fucking mud, and the universe is like, all right, you want that? Show us what you fucking got.
Yeah,
and like,
you gotta work for it.
It's been like a long ass time of going through all these tests. Like, if you want something big, you have to be willing
to go for it.
To go places you haven't been before,
and be even if no one else believes in it, even if it's only you that believes in it.
Well, and I would say what's inspiring me a lot lately too are like quotes like, if you want love, then be ready to feel unloved. If you want to be this, then it's like opposite because you're being tested. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then right when everything's going to fucking shit, that's when all of a sudden, right around the corner, there comes the light. Yeah. So that's how I see the world right now because of my own experiences, and I apply it to like, okay, hey, this is what's going on in the world right now. And then you like, what I love about that, it's so liberating because you're like, I don't have to join in on this anger and this madness.
Yeah.
Like, you can be like, you just trust and you focus on you. Like for me, I've been saying this. If I would still be angry at some of the things that happened, let's say like childhood or something, or let's say a certain person, okay, I would still be frozen in that time.
Yeah.
Like I would not be able to get where I'm at right now. And so I've also really understood the concept of like my process of flipping the paintings, like flip your perception of it. Yeah. Like your mind is everything. Like you can say, okay, this person really hurt me, did this to me. Or you can like switch it, flip it and say, hey dude, this person did this to me, but look, I'm still fucking alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can use that energy.
Like you can flip anything and keep going.
It.
Yes, and keep going and get your power back.
It's what I like to call turn shit into sugar.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. But like I've really applied the things I've gone through in my life to, or what I've done. It's all a mirror. Yeah. We're all in just a giant mirror. And mirrors are portals.
We're definitely in a weird illusion of some type.
Oh, we're totally in a fucking illusion.
Something.
We're conditioned and we're in a psyop.
Are we? Or did we just pick this simulation level?
I like that idea.
Don't you think it's a weird time to be alive? Like out of all the times to be alive.
Okay, so let's go back to simulation part. So if we think of the game of life like Mario, okay? First Mario, the one we grew up on. You go through level 1, okay? Play Mario, and then there's the whole you jump too soon and you fall in and boom, you die. And then you start over again.
Oh, she didn't even turn her phone off for this, guys.
And so then you learn, hey, I got to jump sooner or I got to jump whatever. And then you get past that point, okay? So the game of life, you keep learning, like you'll continue to go in a loop if you don't figure it the fuck out. And then you can get to level 8. So some of us are at level 8 and some of us are still not fucking figuring it out and opening our eyes and are at level 1.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I will never, in fact, I hate fucking people that treat you like they're better than you. Like I fucking hate that. So I'm not saying if some people are at level 8, that means they're better than people at level 1. You're just in a different game. Like you're plugged into a different game.
Yeah.
And we're all on different times. Like some of you only need to get to level 3. You know what I mean? And like for me, sometimes.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes.
Because that ties in if you like believe in reincarnation. Because then it's like we're not all on the same spiritual path, and like we don't all have like the same karmic energy. For sure.
And we all have different, like...
Because I think they call it in, like... I'm retarded, by the way, guys. But I think they call it, like, your dharma energy or something like that.
I know that word, but
your life's purpose. And
like, if your purpose...
If you do good in this life, you get a little better next time.
Karma.
If you do shitty...
But I know dharma, too. That dharma's a term, too.
If you do shitty, you might just be that rat that, like, gets tortured, you know?
Yeah. Because you didn't learn your lesson.
Yeah.
You didn't learn the lesson. So if you can continue to stay on a hamster wheel. That's why I'm obsessed with patterns.
If the aliens do show up, we're in a simulation.
So what does that mean then?
Level.
We pick.
How do you know that you didn't just...
Oh, it's a blueprint.
How do you know you didn't wake up this morning and this is the first day of your life and it was all just downloaded into you?
Oh, there's called downloads. There's for sure downloads.
No, but like everything that you think was yesterday was really just introduced to you today.
Dude, the concept of time blows my mind. We're talking about time now. We're talking quantum physics.
Kind of.
Yes, it's quantum physics. Like time. Yeah, there is no such thing as time.
I know time is not real, but it's a construct. Time is relative.
Time is relative.
Yeah.
Because yes, time is very relative.
Yeah. Einstein.
Oh gosh, when I was like studying in the library all the time when I was in art school, I would question something, go to the art department area, 4th floor, and then I would maybe go to philosophy, and then Egyptian stuff, that was 5th floor. And then every time I would just like kick my shoes off and I'd walk down the aisles and I'd like look in books, and then I'd like, oh my gosh, I'm asking another question. So then I'd go find that section, whatever, and I always ended up guess.
Where?
Einstein.
I
always ended up there, and I saw the pattern. I'm like, oh my God. So there's something so then I got obsessed with Einstein.
I love it.
Quantum.
I read Walter Isaacson's book about Einstein.
I don't know Walter. I don't know who that guy is.
He wrote like the famous Steve Jobs book. He's a really famous author. But he's one of my favorite authors, actually, probably top 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You'll have to send me then. And he wrote about Einstein?
Yeah. I learned all about Einstein.
Keep playing with that.
He would also like, like his whole construct of time and time is relative came from like a thought experiment.
Really?
Where he was like, so like, and then that comes down to like, well, where do ideas come from?
Oh,
right?
sure,
You know what
sure.
I mean? Whereas like
That's
he
what you're
got this,
asking,
he
yeah.
gets this like download, but he was like envisioning trains like in space moving at like the speed of light, and if you were going this direction and this one was going this direction,
Yeah.
and something this, you know.
Yes.
In the end, it's like time is relative, but
No, I'm obsessed with talking and thinking about all that. Like, because so for me, 10 years ago, like I told you earlier, I saw myself writing a book, and like my healer would say, because you already did, you just haven't caught up to that timeline yet.
yeah, I have a book coming out.
Do you know what I mean? So if you see and feel things, and who else says this? Another guy on Phil Good Life, he's on Instagram, Phil Good Life. He'll say that too. If you see and feel these things, that means they're already happening. Yeah. You just haven't caught up to it yet, because otherwise you wouldn't feel that. Like I don't see myself like what's something. I don't see myself being like. I don't see myself.
Sorry, guys. That was rude.
I don't know, like doing a lot of things, or I don't feel it, but I feel these other things, and I'm like, why do I feel this? Why do I feel this? And then eventually it comes to light, but it might not be as specific. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. What about the multiverse?
I know oh my God. I love the multiverse.
Have you heard of this theory about the Large Hadron Collider that they have like in like, I can't remember, somewhere in Europe, but essentially that like when they turned it on, they created an atom that was like too heavy for the universe. So then it shifted us into like a parallel universe. And that's why we have things like the Bernstein Bears or you ever heard
the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. And it's all because they like were fucking with like these molecules, and like
when was this?
This was like in, I don't know, 2012 or something.
Oh, really? Recently?
Yeah, like something crazy happened, and it shifted us into like another parallel universe.
Have you seen the Spider-Man?
You know, obviously this is all just like tinfoil hat talk.
Oh yeah, but I got my tinfoil hat on all the time. Did you ever see the Spider-Man multiverse, Into the Multiverse? You got to watch the Spider-Man.
Watch that shit.
You have to watch that though.
I watched Kill Tony and Joe Rogan.
Okay, you have to watch that though, because like aesthetically it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the colors, the artwork.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about?
See, you have a young boy, that's why you've seen it.
Yes, and it brings you into this place where you're thinking about stuff. But the second one was Into the Multiverse. Oh my God, I can't wait till the third one comes out.
I know the movie you're talking about. That's the whole idea behind it. You ever see Rick and Morty?
No, fuck that.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I know everybody
Guys,
loves
Rick
it.
and Morty is one of the best shows ever.
No, I can't fucking stand listening to one of the voices.
It's so good.
I know.
It's one of my favorite cartoons.
It's
on par with
you can have
South Park. If I had to pick two, South Park.
That makes sense.
Then Rick and Morty.
Those two seem like they'd be in the same category.
It's really hard to get me to watch any kind of escapism. Like if it's not literally a documentary or something that I'm really already hunting for, then I don't.
Yeah, you can't get people to watch shit.
I don't watch shit.
Like you can say, watch this and send it to them, and people will be like, I don't fucking want.
There's too much content out there.
Well, and I like that deep shit, because like after that I went manic. After I saw that second one, I went to my studio. I went crazy with notes, and I literally watched it for like a week because it made sense to me. I mean, what it's saying, like there are scenes where he talks about time is relative. He's really smart. He goes to this school, and then he is with a counselor, and the counselor's like, you all are your own universes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like nailing it with this depiction of the multiverse and quantum and all of that. And I totally understood it. And like the layers of it, there's always layers in these depictions, these movies, and they're like telling us the fucking truth. Again, it's like all the same shit. It's all the same. Harry Potter's the same. Star Wars, Darth Vader, fucking Voldemort. Like, it's all the same.
Do you think 9/11 was an inside job?
Yes.
Just kidding.
I do, and I've said it.
Told you, Dad.
Everything you're asking me right now, I've already put out there. It's not a surprise.
I just think it'd be funny if
it's not a secret. Jenay thinks this shit.
Bleeped a bunch of things like that, and then they didn't quite know what we were talking about. But
I could care. You asked me. No,
It's just funny. I'm just trying to be funny.
I know you are. I think it's funny,
I don't
too.
like when it gets too serious.
I know. You got to bring me back down.
I like the multiverse talk, though.
Yeah.
That shit does trip me out. Someone was on Joe Rogan, too, recently talking about fucking Egyptians in the Grand Canyon.
What about that?
That there's like this whole section of the Grand Canyon you're not allowed to go in. Like, you cannot go into it. You can't fly into it. You can't fly under it.
Because it's sacred or like cursed?
No one knows why. Because you can go to the
like
rest of it.
Like A51
Well,
kind
there's
of thing?
stories from like the early turn of the century, late 1800s, that they found like essentially old world stuff in there, like Egyptian style stuff.
The like answers to the universe?
Have you ever heard of the
answers.
Have you ever heard of Tartaria?
No.
Tartaria is like this idea that there was a global civilization prior that hit a reset. And so like that we actually inherited a lot of the buildings in America and that they kind of lie to us about our history.
Oh, fuck. Of course they lie to us.
But like, you know how there's all this like old world architecture that is kind of similar that we cannot reproduce. And it's like all over the place. So there's this theory that like there was this like civilization called Tartaria and they were the most advanced, but then they fell, and then because of the way that it worked out, they tried to erase it from history.
Kind of like the Greeks.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
like
true or not,
like Zeus, like wanting all the power, like Atlantis.
I do just wonder
fucking
why
Atlantis.
How are some of the it's all about the old world buildings, because it's like how and why were they building this crazy shit back then? Because you're telling me they built it all with like horse and buggy and chisel and shit.
I've heard that a lot of these like major mountains are actual cover-ups for other, like kind of what you're saying, like tied to that.
I don't know.
I'm not going to say my source, but
mountains are real. I do know that.
Yes. That's not what I'm trying to say. But
I can't tell if this is blocking my face, but I like it up high.
Like or hills. Mountains or hills, like where like there's actual like thing like they're covering things up, dude. The whole world is fucked up. We're living all in an illusion, like seriously, like and every single you know also why I think we're in a multiverse and we shifted timelines. Look what happened to Kanye West. Dude, if you want to go into
Kanye West, I signed up for.
Dude, Kanye's a clone right now. I'm gonna go into you can put all this shit out there. I've said it before.
Guys, we're an hour and 44 in. If you're this deep, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, if you're this deep, like
I just keep picturing your mom making it this deep.
God, my mom will never watch this. She'll never fucking watch this. She's like embarrassed about this shit.
What, podcasts?
No, of me. Yeah. Like having like these thoughts. I'm an artist.
Really?
I don't follow the rules. Never had.
That's all
never
right.
have.
My whole family hates me, so it's fun.
My daughter can be like that though too. She's a lot like my mom. She gets embarrassed by me. Like, too bad you picked me.
That's kind of normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still embarrassed by my dad sometimes.
Oscar's a lot like me though. He's unapologetically himself.
My
and
dad's
he does
probably
not
watching this right now.
We're both talking.
You know.
Hey.
That's what you get for being so intense while I grew up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows if anybody ever makes it this deep, but it's still fun to...
What do you mean make it what deep?
Like an hour and 45 into
I was going to say in the podcast time or like in the life?
No, I mean... I always think like it'll be on the internet, so like even when I die, it'll still just be out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe there's a lot of shit out there that I wish wasn't. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Why does anybody give a fuck anymore? Since I like knew I was leaving to Greece, I'm like,
well, everything is temporary. You ever think about that? I mean, it's all temporary. Sometimes I think about how I could just waste my whole life taking fucking pictures and being like, does any of this matter?
Well, and the thing is, here's the other thing. If your intentions are good and pure and like you have good intentions, yeah, you're going to fuck up. Yeah, you're going to hurt people. That's just like part of it. But if you have good intentions, then you shouldn't care. Like, be yourself. Yeah. Be yourself. You know what I mean, though? Mm-hmm. Like, just, if you have good intentions, then, and you hurt somebody and they say, hey dude, you hurt me, and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Like, that, my bad.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. Like, but
people are wild, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
what's your favorite movie?
My favorite
like,
movie?
I don't want to get off because I have to wait.
We can wait off the podcast.
Well, but I mean, why not?
My favorite movie?
There might be some good shit that comes up. Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
The one that comes to my brain first is a movie called Helmet by June, and it's about my favorite fashion photographer. It's like a biofilm.
All right.
But I love a lot of movies too. I don't know.
Like what? It's raining again.
I don't know.
I love this weather.
Again, I don't do too much in that world.
That's interesting.
I mean, I watch all the good ones, obviously.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if I do that shit, it's with my girlfriend.
Like, what's a movie you'd want to see right now that you haven't?
I've seen every movie I want to see.
I feel like there's movies coming out that I want to see.
I'm picky because movies are a big investment. I don't have time.
What do you mean? Like,
I'm a creative that has no fucking time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Part of my path though is to see through that shit. Sorry, that sounds really dumb, but like, to see through what we're being fed.
So I can change it.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Perfect timing.
I had to do that, dude.
Yeah.
Something about the tone in your voice
Change it.
made me think about that girl's voice.
Oh my God. The one, like, bringing it back to what's her name? We don't need to say her name. Oh, Rachel?
No, I wasn't. I meant like the voice of that character that comes out of that button.
Oh.
Like this girl.
You're trying to
Create a character for me?
Yeah, that's. Have a couple White Claws.
I have some White Claws. Why not?
It's raining. Oh,
I turned it off.
that's fun.
It is dumping out.
It's
Have a
good.
great Blue Ox, guys.
Yeah, shit. I forgot. Dude,
By the time this is out, it'll be over anyways.
why that happens every single year? It rains and storms. Like, we've had 90-degree
Nobody
weather.
on the internet gives a fuck about it, though.
Blue Ox, I love Blue Ox. I love Blue Ox. It's fun.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram,
What's your Instagram handle?
JE5AY. And then I have JE5AY.art, which when I get back and I have money, I want you to like manage that one.
So does Mo. So does everybody.
Well, I'm on top of the list.
Good luck. You heard it first. Good luck.
No, I'm on top of the list.
Do you know how many accounts I have to deal with?
Well, start saying sorry.
I was going to say you should get at least something that's...
I'm not getting on Facebook.
No, it's always your art account, at least.
Yeah, that's my Jenay.art. But I always use...
Jenay.art.
I always use the... That's... I don't know. See, I don't know how to fucking do that. Just like
I have no sympathy for people like you because I run into them all the time.
Do I look like I'm?
People
am I
that
asking for
pretend
sympathy?
like they can't figure out. They're artists, but they don't want to do social media, and I understand it. But in this day and age, that is, you have to have the money. You have to have the money first before you can do that. Otherwise, you have to brand yourself and put yourself out there. You have to.
I don't know how to do that, Max.
Well, it starts with just doing it. And
okay, well, I'm doing art. I'm going to Greece. I'm doing something.
I'm just trying to convince you to do it.
No, I know.
I started Brooklyn Studios like fucking less than 2 years ago. It's got already 700 followers.
Yeah, but like I can't. I barely know how to get into my computer. Like, it's just not. I just don't have that in me.
iPhone.
Yeah, I have an iPhone 11.
You know what they say? If you think you can do it and you think you can't do it, you probably are right.
I'm going to Greece. I'm going to Greece. Let me remind you.
It's dumping out there. Well, guys, we're about an hour in.
We're about like more than an hour in.
2 hours in is what I meant. We're about 2 hours in.
Time is relative.
We're 2 hours in. Hit your plugs.
It's only been 5 minutes.
We can do this again. I told you you'd like it. It's fun.
Well, yeah, because we talk all the time, and I like doing this because then you're not interrupting me all the time. You told me you wouldn't. Anytime we talk, like on the phone, he's always interrupting me.
I know, I'm just like...
And then you said when you put your headphones on, though, you're not like that. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Show me what you got.
I wasn't, was I?
No, not at all. There was one moment where we were both talking at the same time.
I just have to squeeze my way in there, you know?
Hey, you asked me on. That was really like, no, I'm enjoying it now. Like, why?
You got a website? Not yet.
No, you were supposed to help me with that.
I was supposed to. Okay.
You did. You said you're like, I'll help you. I'm like, all right.
Well, that doesn't mean I'll just do it for free.
Well, I think you said, I'm pretty sure you said for free.
Well, if you pay for a Squarespace, I'll make you a landing page tomorrow.
Oh my God. I did pay for a Squarespace, but I don't but I don't know how, I don't know anything about it. And then don't you have to pay monthly on it? I don't have that fucking money right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you told me you would do it for free.
I mean, if you don't want to, you'd have to do it and commit to a year of putting it out there. Maybe do it with your book, though, that you're going to put out when you get back.
Like maybe I should just focus on Greece.
You're out of time now. You leave in what? How many days?
Sunday. My flight's at 7:55
Sunday.
p.m.
Holy shit. It's Wednesday. You have 3 days left. Mm-hmm. I
haven't started packing yet.
I think it's time to get off this podcast. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Nirvana means in Sanskrit, blow out. That is, exhale the breath.